Live from the studios at Brigham Young University, the award-winning 11 News at Noon starts now.
London is on lockdown after an attack on the British Parliament. Police are calling it an act of terror. I'm Sydney Mercadaire.
And I'm Allie Davis. Welcome to 11 News at Noon. We have breaking news out of London. Police have shut down parts of the city following a terrorist attack at Westminster.
The BBC reports that one woman is dead and several others are badly hurt. The attack began on Westminster Bridge across the Thames River when a car mowed down several people. Witnesses rushed to help the injured before emergency crews arrived on scene.
I saw one dumpling go up in the air, and then there's 3 people laying in the road, and we just went to try and help.
Police say the attacker continued driving and crashed into the fence outside the House of Parliament, then ran out of his vehicle and rushed inside. He stabbed and killed one police officer. Armed authorities shot and killed him soon after. Much of London went into a panic as authorities descended on the central part of the city. Video captured by the BBC shows people running from the area. Police shut down streets, subway stations, and nearby tourist attractions. The House of Commons and Lords is still currently under lockdown as politicians await further instruction from the authorities. The British government confirms that the Prime Minister is safe at her home. The BYU London Centre has also confirmed that all BYU students and faculty in the UK are safe. Provo City Council has passed a new parking policy after 2 weeks of public comment. 11 News reporter Madison Heap is with us today. Madison, is this going to make it easier to find a parking spot?
This new ratio of parking spot to bedrooms probably won't affect a whole lot right now. It only applies to new developments.
Beauty and the Beast is a tale as old as time, but Disney added an element of surprise to its new film, the first ever openly gay character. 11 News reporter Madison Fitzpatrick shows us how audiences are responding to this controversial change.
Gaston's sidekick LeFou has brought more than just humor to the big screen in Disney's live-action remake.
The Richard Building pools on BYU campus are scheduled to close this Friday. Maybe. 11 News reporter Sage Smiley is live with a look into the confusion surrounding the renovation.
The Deseret News reports that they've used a $24 million upgrade plan for the Richards Building since 20 years ago. But
Utah County Commissioners tried to calm the community's fears of the Peaks Ice Arena seeing its final days. They say it was never their intent to close the recreation center. 11 News reporter Leanna Tan is here with us today to tell us more about the community uproar. So what happened? Last week everyone was nervous that the arena was going to close. What changed?
Well, actually, the commissioners are trying to say that their intent never was to close this facility. They're saying that they're trying to make sure as a government entity that they're fulfilling their proper role, but some people I talked to are still very concerned.
So, Leanna, what are the next steps?
Well, now Provo City has 60 days to decide whether they're going to, take over that portion of the bill. So.
All right, thanks, Leanna.
Yep.
It's hard to resist a bar of dark, creamy chocolate. But what goes into the making of the delicious sweet? 11 News reporter Sarah Martin takes us inside a local chocolate shop.
Just right down the road on University Avenue is Taste.
One Utah grandpa is going the distance fundraising for juvenile diabetes. Lee McCullough is 72 years old. He's a member of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. The group had one spot left for a runner in the Boston Marathon, and McCullough gladly volunteered. McCullough's 2 granddaughters both have type 1 diabetes. He says he will do anything to support them. Don't let his age fool you. He runs 15 to 20 miles each day. He says he's old and slow, but he's still gonna race for a cure. It's Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and one BYU student organization is speaking out. 11 News reporter Madison Fitzpatrick tells us how they are contributing to the conversation.
If we are going to talk about sexual assault, people need to know exactly what it is.
So Madison, do the women's studies have any other upcoming events?
Yeah, they will be holding a presentation with a lead sexual assault researcher tomorrow night in the Kimball Tower.
All right, thanks, Madison. A federal court has ruled to deport an Ohio mother of 4. The Sixth Circuit denied Maribel Trujillo's appeal to stay in the U.S. Many disagreed with the ruling. Supporters held a vigil for the mother outside of the courthouse. The court says Trujillo filed the appeal too late. Trujillo says she left Mexico 15 years ago because drug cartels targeted her family. One hotel guest in Massachusetts got more than she bargained for when she discovered a python in her room. The 5-foot-long snake was settled into a drawer next to the Bible. The horrified guest quickly told the manager, who then called the police. When animal control arrived, they found something else in the drawer, a Kit Kat candy bar. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Officers took the hungry snake away and gave it some food. And that's your look at news from across the nation.
The death count continues to rise after an attack on Egypt's Christian minority. How people are mourning this tragic event.
This spring has continued with unpredictable weather. How the changes in temperature may affect your garden.
And an in-depth look on safety while crossing the street. What pedestrians can do to avoid getting hit.
Something that in a split second you can be taken away, whether you're not paying attention.
I'm Allie Davis.
And I'm Sydney Mercader. Welcome to 11 News at Noon.
Yesterday was supposed to be a celebration for the Christian community, but after terrorists bombed 2 different churches in Egypt, it became a day of tragedy.
The death toll from the church bombings in Egypt reached 49 this morning. Christians all over the world are mourning after the attacks targeted a Christian minority on Palm Sunday. CNN reporter Andrew Spencer has the latest. Police are investigating how an LDS bishop died in a horrific car crash near St. George. Authorities say Darren Ivy crossed into oncoming traffic and collided with a semi-trailer. Troopers investigating the crash say they don't know what caused Ivy to go into the other lane. The beginning of April usually signifies the beginning of planting season in many places, but some people here in the state may be a little confused when to actually start. 11 News reporter Mikkel Hansaker tells us why now might be the perfect time to start planting your garden. Delta Airlines is working to get back on schedule after it canceled 150 flights yesterday. Severe thunderstorms disrupted the flights into and out of Atlanta over the weekend. Officials say there aren't enough crews available to staff its flights because of the federal rest regulations for the crews. The airline canceled more than 3,000 flights this week as powerful thunderstorms moved across Georgia and other states in the southeast. Delta advises travelers to check its website for flight updates. The Delta airline delays have been especially hard for one grieving family. Their son recently died after a 4-year battle with leukemia. His body was scheduled to arrive in Nashville for his funeral, but by mistake ended up in Salt Lake City. The body arrived just an hour before the funeral with the help of Nashville airport officials.
And we have some sun ahead of us, and it's going to be a nice Easter weekend.
That's good because, we're going to go on our Easter egg hunts, and we're going to need that warm weather.
Sunshine.
Most definitely.
While some are honoring this day by protesting, locals in Provo are celebrating. Provo is taking the day to celebrate women in a variety of ways today. 11 News reporter Sarah Martin was at Provo City Hall today to get the details. Women everywhere are protesting in honor of International Women's Day. The team that organized the Women's March are hoping women in the U.S. will participate in what they are calling a day without women. Supporters are taking the day off, wearing red, and avoiding spending money to show their value in the country's economy. More than 300 employers in Virginia requested work off, closing multiple schools for the day. BYU students are kicking down stigmas on mental health. 11 News reporter Palakiko Chandler is live in the newsroom with more on the revealing survey on the extent of this issue.
I had the opportunity to talk to one BYU student who's dealing with a mental health issue, and he's not alone.
So, Palakiko, what can students do to help?
Use the hashtag #KnowTheSigns to share your thoughts on mental health, and visit the 11 News website to see what resources are available on campus.
Thanks, Palakiko. So when 11 News continues, some BYU students are using a unique opportunity to change their perspective on the world. Provo City says some apartment complexes do not have enough parking spaces for their tenants, which explains why some streets are so crowded with parked cars. 11 News reporter Madison Heap is live in Provo. Madison, what is Provo City Council doing to fix the issue?
The council's trying to determine whether or not a parking project is needed. The council also plans to vote on the measure at this next meeting.
So Madison, what would current housing complexes have to do to meet this potential new ratio?
So there's not a current plan outlined for apartments that are up right now, but if this 2-to-1 ratio is adopted, then every housing complex from here on out will have to abide by it.
Thank you so much, Madison. So Jessica, we're seeing some sun today. Is it going to last?
Sunny with all the rain and snow we saw last week. I think some of us are a little hesitant to settle into these warmer temperatures. So if you're planning an outing or you're thinking about washing your car, I'll let you know what to expect for the rest of the week.
Provo police are investigating a shooting that killed a man overnight. It happened at a home near 400 West and 100 North. Authorities say Gustavo Ramirez's girlfriend took him to the hospital, but he was already dead when they arrived. Police are still searching for the person responsible. Women are living longer, earning less, and falling into financial crises. That was the message at last night's Learn It Financial series at the Provo Library. 11 News reporter Madison Fitzpatrick shows us how some community members are helping women prepare for the future.
An article published in USA Today shows lower wages and higher medical costs are putting retiring women at greater risk for financial ruin.
So did they give any advice on how women can prepare right now?
Yes, the presenters advise women to do their research, get out of debt as quickly as possible, and put 10% of their paycheck into savings.
All right, thanks, Madison. Donald Trump has decided to postpone plans to sign an executive order of a revised travel ban. The decision came shortly after Mr. Trump received positive reviews on his speech to Congress last night. The White House did not deny that positive reception was part of their reasoning in delaying the order. A new bill making its way through the Utah legislature will make it easier for rape victims to seek justice. 11 News reporter Sarah Martin has a look at House Bill 200. Sarah, what will this bill do for victims?
Right now in the state of Utah, thousands of rape kits sit waiting for months and even years before they're tested, making it difficult for a victim to follow through with their case.
So Sarah, how much does it cost, a single rape kit cost to test?
So every rape kit is different, every victim is different, and those rape kits are tailored to their situation. But the median cost here in Utah is about $2,500.
Okay, and does the state have enough resources to right now test the backlog of kits?
Yes, so with the increased funding that this bill will bring, they definitely will have the resources they need. The Utah Crime Lab actually just moved into a brand new state-of-the-art facility this week, and they're working with new robotics technology to make their jobs faster and more reliable.
Hey, thanks, Sarah, for the information. A Mormon Leaks website attorney has written a fiery response to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints copyright infringement claims. The website's latest document release led LDS leaders to issue a takedown notice. A third-party website attempted to remove the leaked documents, but the Mormon Leaks attorney says it will be difficult for the church to win the battle because of First Amendment rights. A Wisconsin McDonald's got a supersized surprise. Instead of ordering a midnight snack, one customer made a 3 a.m. delivery. 911 received a call about a woman in labor at McDonald's. By the time authorities arrived on scene, the order was ready. The baby boy did not want to wait. A firefighter helped the mother through her delivery. Both mom and her little nugget are doing well.
Wow.
So cute.
They should name
Little
him Mac.
nugget.
Whoever was on that shift got more than they were expecting.
Oh, yeah.
We're already celebrating on set. We've got some
let's take a
grilled
bite.
cheese right here. Definitely love grilled cheese.
Yum.
Great way to celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. Just in time for lunch.
That's today's 11 News at noon.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website.
Thanks for joining us and have a great day.